If the FIA heeds his warning, future seasons may see fewer off-track battles over millimeters and more genuine contests for the podium. Yet, as always in Formula One, any rule change has ripple effects. A higher protest fee could deter small teams from challenging clear infractions, shifting the balance of power. A limited protest count might encourage teams to save their challenges for the most blatant breaches, leaving gray area incidents unresolved. And a tiered system will require constant calibration as budgets and competitive gaps evolve. The FIA's task is to craft a solution that curbs the misuse of protests without erasing the tool that ensures fairness. No small feat in a sport defined by its relentless push for perfection. In the paddock, eyes are on Ben Sulayem and his colleagues. Will they adopt Wolff's fines, mimic tennis's challenge model, or find a third path that satisfies teams and fans alike? For now, every protest filing carries a bit more drama, knowing it could spark a debate about the very fabric of F1 governance. But if nothing else, Wolff's public outcry has re-energized a conversation that goes beyond one race, one weekend, or one team. It speaks to the ongoing evolution of a championship that thrives on the razor's edge, where success demands not only a quick car, but also a sound understanding of the rulebook. And when the next long-shot protest lands before the stewards, it may well be met not with a shrug, but with a ledger waiting to balance the books. This whole protest saga shows just how much Formula One has changed, yet stayed exactly the same at its core. It is still a sport built on speed, skill, and pushing every single limit on the track and off it. When Toto Wolff stood up and called out what he sees as long-shot protests, he did more than just defend his team's win. He put a spotlight on how teams use every part of the rulebook to find an edge, sometimes far away from the actual racing line. Some people see it as clever strategy, others see it as wasting everyone's time, but no one can deny it is part of the game now more than ever. And maybe that is exactly why this debate is so important. Right now, the FIA has a big choice to make. Do they risk making it too expensive or risky for smaller teams to stand up when they feel wronged? Or do they let big teams keep playing mind games through loopholes and late-night filings? There are so many ideas on the table. Bigger deposits, bigger fines, protest limits like tennis has, or even clearer rules that leave less space for gray areas to begin with. Some insiders say it is about time the system got an update because the sport has grown so much. More money, more technology, more data. It all means more ways to twist the rules. And fans notice too. When people wait for hours just to know who actually won a race, the excitement fades a little. No one wants to see drivers giving their all, only for the result to depend on paperwork later. Still, it is not as simple as just raising the price of a protest. Many teams lower down the grid feel they need the right to challenge the big guys if something feels unfair. If the rules get too strict, the rich and powerful might get away with more, because the smaller teams cannot afford to fight back. That is the balance Wolff keeps talking about. Keeping the door open for fair fights but closing it on cheap mind games that drag out what should be simple. It is not an easy fix, but maybe that is why people keep coming back to watch this sport. There is always something happening in the background, something to argue about, something that keeps it human. And in all this, the drivers often have the least say. They just want to race. George Russell's face after Canada said it all. He did the hard work on the track but had to stand around for hours waiting to see if it would count. Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, Charles Leclerc, they all know the feeling of having a result questioned after they have given everything on the circuit. They fight wheel to wheel at 200 miles per hour, but sometimes it is the small technical protest that really changes the story. So maybe that is the lesson here. F1 is more than just racing, but racing has to stay at the heart of it. Fans want to see battles decided by courage and talent, not by lawyers and stewards arguing about who lifted off the throttle at the exact right second behind a safety car. And if this push by Wolff lights a fire under the FIA to find a better balance, then maybe, just maybe, it will protect what really makes this sport so addictive. Because the truth is, no one tunes in to watch a protest. They tune in to watch heroes take impossible risks in cars that shouldn't even stick to the road at those speeds. So the next time you see a driver cross that finish line, remember, there is always more going on behind the scenes. And the next time Toto Wolff or Christian Horner stands in front of the cameras defending or attacking a protest, know that it is all part of a bigger battle to control not just the race, but the rules that shape it. This fight over protests might not be over anytime soon, but that is what keeps Formula One alive. Always changing, always fighting, always searching for that extra tenth of a second, both on the track and in the shadows behind it.